Last time on Long Distance Dungeons & Dragons Dinner Theater. Ortega and Oz recovered the Codex of Infinite Planes from Orihei's lair, and Oz stayed behind in Southport with Morgan, trying to unlock its secrets. After visiting the new Downey Dragon Slayer's retail outlet just west of Catone, Alec decided to follow Cersei on a religious pilgrimage to visit all the cities of East Linya. And now, Long Distance Dungeons & Dragons Dinner Theater continues.
Alright, so you guys have done this. Where are you guys going to now? Catone?
Catone!
Alright, so you guys will be able to travel the rest of the way there safely. You arrive at the gate of Catone with Caesar dragging a little percentage chance to see if that one woke up on the way.
Okay, and I'm also still in my white lady face.
Okay, and you're still in your human guy's cloak there.
So the chance is 26.
Alright, so yeah, it hasn't woken up yet. It still seems to be pretty unconscious, and Caesar's still holding it tied up, so you feel like you're probably safe. He's dragging it behind him. So Caesar's maybe like walking backwards, taking smaller steps. So it's taking you guys a while to get here, but you finally reached the city of Catone. So you reach the city of Catone. It's definitely a naval port.
Inside, can we have a little powwow?
Yeah, go for it, powwow. Like I said, you can see you're kind of in between the city of Catone and there's a large tower. You feel, roll me a perception check. Alright, Alec, you see the tower. Cersei, you see it, but you don't really notice anything. Alec does notice the tower, though, and he says, story your family used to tell, the people that you grew up with, the other Oreads that are now, mostly gone. The story about that tower is that they can pretty much see you from where you are now. Even though you're kind of a very far distance from the tower, they can see you. You're probably being watched right now. So you tell Cersei that that tower's probably watching us right now.
I point out to Big Brother.
Yeah. Big Brother, exactly. So, you just like,
okay.
why?
Well, I was going to say we should use some aliases, but I don't have a good blood check, and I have to lie every time I told someone my name, so it's not going to work. Let's just walk on in. With your guy tied up, we're going to, I guess...
Yeah, is there like a stable or something? Maybe somewhere like kind of locked up that I could drop my hide off?
Whenever you guys reach the front gate of Catone, you find some Navy guards there, guarding the front entrance. And they say that Catone is private for members of the Catone Navy only.
Cool. I go outside. I'm going to set up a small fire for Caesar.
Just outside the wall?
Yeah, I'm going to tie up the hyena better to like a log or something so I can't get up and get away or attack Caesar.
Yeah, there's not any like logs and stuff nearby, but there are some like large like rocks and boulders and such that you can probably find a crag to tie it to or something.
Yeah.
But you were all three outside of the city of Catone right now, and they don't seem to want to let you guys in unless you're a member of the Navy or on official business from the castle from the White Castle.
Okay. Well, we don't really have official business here besides me being told by my deity to check out all the places on this island. Our choices are hit up White Castle and see if we can get said official business, or work our way around more of these other towns.
Let's go to White Castle. But let's also I want to do an animal check on that.
I've been waiting all game for you guys to say let's go to White Castle.
Let's go to White Castle.
Go to White Castle.
All right.
Can I do a animal check on this?
Yeah. Well, we can say that during this period of time when you guys have camped out outside the city because you guys came in here and you feel like if you're near a city wall, it's probably safe. There aren't as many wild animals. Even Alec knows that. So we said, well, even if they won't let us in the city, we'll camp out by this wall. At least we're safe from the elements. You camp out at this wall, so let's say you guys spend at least 8 hours here. You can wake up this hyena. Roll me a animal check on it. It's tied up, so I'll give you a bonus because it can't get away. It can't.
And I've got two zombie hyenas that are willing to keep it in check.
Yeah. So you guys look legit to it.
I got 15.
All right, so it doesn't attack you, but it's not necessarily like going to be your pet or follow you yet. But it seems to be calm, like it knows it's bound. It knows it can't do anything. You're able to calm the animal to make it not attack you, but it wouldn't be considered friendly yet. Just not attacking.
Cool. Can I use my knowledge nature to think about something that to figure out something that might help the
Yeah, roll it.
payments around this?
Yeah.
14.
So you don't know a whole lot. I mean, like I said, these hyenas are from around here. Other than the fact that you know they love meat, and that's probably why they came after you guys. So maybe you could probably ascertain that having meat might help you train it. But
Hey, you got any meat on you?
No, I don't. However, I can just charm him.
I have dominated animal, but I just don't want to waste that
Slot.
Yeah.
I don't have any meat. You can eat one of these. I don't think he's going to want to eat another dire hyena or anything, especially if it's...
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
Yeah. I mean, let's go out in the woods and catch something real quick.
Yeah, you can roll a survival check to find some small game for it.
Yeah, just a little something. I got 15 plus 14. I got 29.
Yeah, you can find some small game for it if you want to try and find like a badger, weasel, some small ferret, some kind of small rodent that you could feed it.
Yeah.
Maybe even a bird if you like. You could probably hunt a small owl or some kind of bird of prey, a large bird.
I'll take whatever I find.
All right, roll me a percentage chance.
At 69. All
right, so you were able to find a badger, like a family of badgers. You can probably kill the whole family if you want. You're a good enough hunter, so if you just roll me a really high survival check, I'll say that you're able to trap and kill them without having to go through the battle.
Natural 1.
All right, so the badgers elude you. Stupid
Goddamn
badgers.
badgers.
Yeah, they got away.
Alright, I guess I'll try to find another...
It kind of humbled you because you like recently partook in a dragon battle and helped slay dire hyenas and griffins, and then you can't catch a damn badger.
Badgers.
Suck the wind right out of you.
Alright. Okay, so survival check trying to find
Something else, yep.
I got 14, so that's a 30.
All right, you're able to come across a pack of dire skunk, like a pair, 2 dire skunk together.
Hyena don't seem that picky. I'll roll again survival, see if I can catch those.
All right, these are dire skunks. You actually have to fight these guys if you want them.
Cool, yeah.
Oh, really?
Shillelagh's still in effect?
No, it's been a while since that battle. You can recast it though.
Yeah.
We could say you guys had some time to at least rest a little bit. You had at least an hour at that campfire, so you could have your spells back. No, you didn't sleep a full night, get a full night's rest, but you had an hour to meditate or whatever, and get your spells back if you had to.
I'm assuming that I'm just hanging out by the fire with my zombies, unless you want me along with you.
I
don't think
Caesar are fine.
Yeah, I think
I'm
not much of a hunter. I like people to bring me the food.
Okay, so you and Caesar encounter 2 dire skunks, and they seem to be protecting a dire skunk young, 1 dire skunk young. So there's a pair with a child dire skunk. They're pretty large, probably about 12 feet long, 900 pounds, about the same size as this hyena, really. So very large skunk.
Have I picked a craft yet?
I said it would have been
Traps.
traps.
Yeah, alright. I'd really like you to be able to make them hats. I would love a skunk hat.
You can learn that somewhere. Find a town that has a haberdasher. You can pick up the skill in your spare time.
But yeah, so I'm gonna catch Shillelagh. I'm also gonna silently motion for Caesar to walk around the other side to flank these guys.
Alright, I'll let you have a surprise attack because you were hunting them and they are unprepared for this. I'll roll a perception just to be sure, but yeah, I rolled a 1 for perception, so
Oh, yeah.
they do not notice you coming. So you have a sneak attack chance here.
As a swift action, I'd like to do animal focus. I get 2, but I think I'm just gonna do strength of the bull on both of us, so it's +2 strength. And I'm gonna Shillelagh the first, dire skunk the... Oh, I should roll initiative, right?
No, you got sneak attacks, you don't have to. That's the beauty of sneak attack.
I'm gonna attack
You
first.
get initiative.
Yeah, and then Caesar. So.
Yeah, he rolled 4, but the first 2 were 13 or below.
Yeah.
Yeah, then that's a miss.
Alright, cool.
Caesar.
Yeah, attack Caesar. So 15.
It's still a miss. Alright, skunk parents are going to attack you guys. That's going to be a 12, which is a miss, and a 14, which I believe is also a miss.
Yeah.
So back to you.
Yeah, alright, I'm gonna cast Flaming Spear on these dudes.
Ooh, that's a good one. That's the giant fire bowling
Yep.
ball that just likes
That
to
Liz loves, yep. Fireball and
Yeah.
ball.
That smells dope.
Liz has all the cool spells. Gust of wind, fire bowling ball.
Wait, what do you have to roll for? What's the name? They get the will save on that.
They get a reflex save, I believe.
Yeah, they get a you don't roll. Yeah, you don't roll.
That's not an attack. I never use spell.
So I have a 18 reflex, which is probably high enough to beat your spellcasting modifier. What's your
10 plus, what is it? 10 plus
plus the
4.
level of the spell plus your modifier for spells?
Yeah, so it's your level spell and your caster
I
modifier.
think it just goes by what level I am.
It goes per whatever spell. So like, what level spell is that?
It's a level 2.
So you add that, and then you add your modifier.
Which would be probably your wisdom.
I think it's done by level for druid. It says your druid.
No, for druid the modifier. Is it charisma, Liz? You know.
What?
What's your spell modifier? I can look if I.
Well, my charisma's 2.
What's that?
What?
What's your modifier for druid spells?
Wisdom.
Wisdom. So 10 plus the spell level plus your wisdom modifier.
So 10 plus 2 plus, what, 3? What do you got? Plus 2? 14. So
Yeah, so they take half damage, but it's still half damage. Yeah.
5 damage.
Well,
Separate.
Well, it's 5 is half.
that's after the half.
So 5 is what they take?
Yep.
It hits both of them, I'm pretty sure. It's the same radius, so they're both together attacking you.
Does that mean burning damage? Or, like,
One of them falls prone after being hit by your ball. The other one does manage to bite Caesar. 13 damage, and what's Caesar's CMD? It's gonna be a 32. It's probably way higher.
yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah, so it bites Caesar and latches onto him. So it's now like grabbing Caesar. So Caesar's being grappled.
Okay, well, I guess he's up for attack next.
Alright.
Can you attack the one that's only onto him?
That's the only one he can attack, but he's gonna take a minus. He's being grappled. So he's gonna take a -2 because of the grapple.
Didn't you go before Caesar did?
Yes, he's up there.
I thought, didn't you already went? Yeah. Wait. No,
Both of them just went.
just went, so now it's your turn, Alec.
Flash. No, pocket.
Yeah. Let's keep it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, my attack with my, my staff. Yeah. That is 18. It's my strength.
No, you don't add your strength until you do damage.
Oh, so 18.
Is that for the hit?
So first, well, you roll twice.
Alright, that's a hit.
There.
That's a miss.
Alright. So it's gonna be 7 damage plus your strength modifier.
So 12.
12. Alright.
12 for the non-grappler.
Yep. And then on to Caesar, who's being grappled, so he'll take a -2 to attacking. Unless you just use your whole turn to break the grapple.
You can go see him. D check.
Yeah, you can reverse the grapple, you can like wrestle him.
Yeah, I think I'd like to do that. He's a wrestler.
Yeah, so roll plus CMB versus this guy, and if you beat his CMB, then you'll reverse the grapple, and you'll have him in a grapple.
16 for your C and D.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you roll a D20 plus that number.
Nice. And a 4.
So that's 20.
Alright, so I rolled... Oh, my CMD is 22, so you don't reverse the grapple.
Okay.
Dang.
So that's your turn. Back to these skunks again. First one attacks you, Alec, for 14, which I'm sure does not beat your AC.
Nope. But you just
The second one, already grappling you and biting you, starts to draw blood from Caesar. It's gonna do 3 con damage to Caesar. Then I need you guys to both make a fortitude save, as a noxious smell starts to fill the air.
gross.
Skunks stink.
So 14 for me. And 10 for him.
Okay, you guys are both staggered for one round, and until you bathe thoroughly, the smell's gonna stick with you guys. So you guys are gonna reek for a while. And you guys are staggered for one round, so I get 4 attacks. Natural 20 on Alec, then a natural 1, so it'll do super critical damage, then fall for some reason. Second one also natural 20, and then whoa! I did a 20 and a 1 on both of them, so both of them are gonna get super dope attacks, but then you guys are gonna be able to like knock them right off.
Alright, you'll be ungrappled.
You'll be ungrappled. You'll have be pushed them both to the ground. So let me roll the 2 damages I get real quick. D8. So that's 14 plus 10, so 24 to Alec, and then 13 plus 10, so 23 to Cersei.
Caesar.
Or Cersei, I mean Caesar, I'm sorry. Caesar, yep, Caesar. All the C names. Yeah. But then they are knocked prone, it's you guys' turn.
Alright.
Even though you were staggered for a round, you're able to recover.
I guess I'm gonna call lightning on these guys. Call it 3d6.
Alright, you call...
What's the range on that thing? How does that work?
I'm not there right now. It says 3d6 per bolt. That's all I have.
I think you can do it a certain number of times per your cast without worse.
Yeah, it takes a round to cast. It's
Let's have it.
100 feet.
Call lightning, right?
Yep. It lasts for a whole minute. 1 or more 30-foot vertical lines of lightning. Does 3d6 electricity damage. 5 foot wide, 30 foot long.
One per round for 10 rounds, basically.
Yep.
Yeah, so zap for the next 2 rounds.
Oh, I like it.
For the next 10 rounds.
Yep, just zap them with lightning.
3d6.
Yeah.
Yeah, as long as your concentration's not broken, so as long as they don't attack you, yep.
Eight.
8. Alright.
I guess Caesar's up.
Yep.
Well, he's gonna attack with his claws. The one that was grappling him. So yeah,
That's pretty good.
17.
17 plus whatever. Okay.
Yeah, that's a hit.
And the second attack.
It's
Wait, does he get 2 attacks or 1 attack?
it's 2 attacks. Yeah.
You roll 4 for your second one.
So that's 17.
That's 17, is that a hit?
Yeah, he gets a reflex save. Which he fails, so yeah.
2?
8 to each.
Nope, just the end.
18.
18.
Hit. Was that damage?
That's damage,
Yeah,
baby.
well, phew. Alright, that one's near dead. The one's pretty bloody, the other one's near death. The cub is just cowering in the den. But the two adult skunks are pretty near death.
Yeah, it's they're up, right?
Yep. Miss and miss. So their turn is done.
Well, so I got 3d6 on.
More lightning?
Yeah.
Yep, so they didn't manage to get you, so they didn't break your concentration.
Got 8.
8 damage. They are both unconscious now.
Cool.
And even the little youngling is weakened. It was struck by some lightning as well, so...
Cool, I'm gonna pop that little guy.
Pop. Alright, so you're gonna scoop up the skunk. He's still pretty large, about the size of a dog, so it won't fit in your pocket or anything.
Cool.
It's the size of a large dog. Like a St.
Like
Bernard.
a freaking menagerie.
Yeah. St. Bernard sized skunk. You need to roll a handle animal if you want to try and take it, or it's also probably going to react violently.
Yeah, it's gonna take him with me. I don't want him to die out here. That's a 28.
Alright, so yeah, it's scared and you seem friendly. So you scoop it up and you smell like its parents now, so
Nice.
yeah. So it's okay with you. It seems to be alright. You're comforting it and you know what skunks eat, so you try to catch little insects to eat on the way back and feed it and
Yeah.
roll me a survival check to nurse this little skunk dog baby.
Oh, yeah. 13 plus whatever.
27.
So it starts to, after the walk on the way back, it likes you. Its parents are dead now, and it seems to think that you're its new mother, so it's like taking onto you like a little puppy. So you now have like a skunk puppy.
It's adorable.
Yeah.
Smells awful.
Yeah, it smells bad. You smell bad, but you got a puppy-sized skunk. A
Cool.
dog-sized skunk.
Cool. Yeah, I'm gonna tell Caesar to take it for a little stroll while I feed his parents to that hyena.
Alright. So you let Caesar take the pet for a walk, and you take the dead bodies back to the hyena for food. Hyena seems to like the taste of skunk. So yeah, he tears that meat up, feeds on it. He seems much more satisfied now that he's eaten. If you want to roll a handle animal to, after feeding it, being like, I fed you, I'm your master type thing. Assert dominance. You caught the meal and brought it to the hyena.
I'm gonna tell him to keep that dog away from me. And that little skunk comes back. I don't want to smell like shit.
Yeah, it'd be bad for business.
24.
All right, so yeah, this hyena seems to regard you in better esteem now. It seems to think you as friendly. You fed it, so it at least responds to you as a sign of a source of food, whether that be good or bad. It does seem more excited when you come around now.
I'm gonna untie it.
All right, you release it. Give me a whole handle animal check whenever you untie it.
25.
All right, yeah. So it remains friendly. It doesn't seem to flee.
Cool. I'm gonna whistle for Caesar.
All right, Caesar approaches. He comes with a skunk, I assume.
Yeah.
Hyena sees the skunk. He starts to dart for it to try and eat it, of course.
I'm gonna hop in between the skunk and the hyena.
All right, roll for initiative.
4.
I got a natural 20. So the hyena gets to the skunk before you can stop him. It's going to take some skunks. Baby skunks. Take some damage. It's going to be 14 damage to the skunk, so it's pretty bloody now. Oh, it's unconscious. The baby skunk's unconscious. It's got it in its teeth and it's shaking it. So the hyena is now eating the baby skunk.
Yeah, that's the circle.
Pretty much.
Right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Cersei's just watching this like balance.
Yeah. So you fed it the parents, and then it got to eat a live baby. So it's now it feels like it got to hunt with you. Even better, you brought it live food. So it's probably good for you and the hyena's bonding experience.
Yeah. All right. Cool. I'm gonna see if there's any water around too, because I need to wash this stank off before we go to White Castle.
I can summon a hut and we can let him bathe in there.
Does it come with a bath? That's kind of dope.
But,
I mean, you guys are near the ocean.
There's a fireplace and I have a cauldron.
So yeah, you can boil some water and you can bathe Alex's hot rock body. There's gonna be some kind of weird ghost scene. Yeah. Let's put on some slow music and take a hot bath.
Yeah.
All right. You guys have a romantic night in the hut with your new pet hyena who also sleeps by the fire.
Also, I'm just gonna before we start resting, I'll assume that he'll tell me about his damage to his ape friend.
Oh, yeah, both of us are actually. We probably need to rest the night off.
Well, I can go ahead and drop a little bit of. I can hex heal each one of you real quick, and then I can also use the spell Remove Curse and take away that 3 Constitution damage, probably.
I think he needs to roll for what he gets back, but yeah, I think that's how it works. But yeah,
Cool.
so yeah,
Okay.
you can do all that stuff, and then you're gonna have 8 nights, or you're gonna have time in the hut anyway. So even after that, you can sleep and return all the spells and stuff. Yeah, get all that back.
I get the hexes 1 a day.
Anyway.
Well, 1 per person each day.
Yeah.
Let me check to see how much it does, considering what level I am.
Okay.
So for Alec, you're gonna get 4. It's gonna be 12 plus 6. You get 18 back, Alec. That's gonna be 8, 9, and Caesar gets 15 back.
All right. You got
Really resting up and then going towards White Castle. And then back and start.
Well, you're gonna get to roll your hit points back.
one more time while you rest this night, and Caesar will get one ability modifier back over the night.
Okay. Oh, I'm gonna hex heal myself as well, I guess.
Yeah, before you rest.
Yeah.
So you guys will heal yourselves, rest up. Caesar seems to be getting close to your hyena, picking the fleas out of its fur and stuff. So Caesar likes your new pet as well. We'll say they get along pretty well, at least for the time being.
Would you say that this hyena's gonna be big enough for me to ride?
It's about 900 pounds. I mean, it's big enough for you. It is big enough for you to ride. Yes.
Cool.
This is a hyena that you could ride. They're not great for riding because they're sloped back and they don't have very strong backs and stuff. But you could ride it. You're kind of a heavy rock guy. Would be the only problem. It'd be better for maybe Cersei to ride because she's lighter. It's the right size for you to ride, but you're heavy and it's not it's not gonna be easy for it. But one of your friends could very easily ride it.
The hyena.
I've got got 2 zombie ones that'll do whatever the fuck I want them to. I can ride that.
Well, that one's probably stronger.
Yeah, and with the dead ones, they're gonna slowly decay unless you catch
Unless
gentle
I
repose
cast
every,
gentle
repose every 4 days, which you can do. Yeah, so
Get out,
Yeah.
motherfucker!
just varies.
Yeah. I want to keep them looking pretty fresh so they don't attract too much attention. I don't want to have, like,
Yeah,
drop
you want them to
it.
look as close to alive as possible. Other than the fact that they are like wounded from you guys attacking them. Some of them are charred, and like, I don't remember how you guys killed them, but I know that it was with things hitting them. So.
They're frozen.
Yeah, actually, I froze these guys.
Oh yeah, so not too bad. Besides the slit in the throat when you coup de grace them or whatever. So other than one gaping neck wound, pretty obviously. Yeah, just put a collar over it. Yeah, put a scarf on them. No one will see that. Just dress them up. Just have some fancy hyenas. You'll be fine.
Okay, glorious.
Steven Tyler that shit up.
Yeah, we can look into getting some saddles for these bitches. I'd love to have a mount. That actually works out really well for me. It would be very helpful for my character.
Then you can travel faster. Make you
Well, and a lot
get
of my
attacking for
hexes
you. You can
use
get away
moved
from.
actions instead of standard actions.
Yeah.
So that's kind of cool.
I only moved 20 or 2 blocks too, so
We would probably
riding
make
him
a
would probably
60 on this, maybe.
What's that?
What would we ride if we were riding these?
I can pull it up real quick.
As long as I can move faster than my
And we
20 feet.
and we can use the other one as a freaking pack horse. We can load.
Yeah, so you have 3. So yeah, you have enough for both of you to ride and have an extra one to carry whatever heavy stuff you guys happen to come across. Let's see. Speed is 50 feet actually. So yeah, very fast.
Cool.
So yeah,
Speed like
10 squares per round you can move while you're on this thing's back.
That's very nice. That would double our movement speed in battle.
Yeah.
That's great.
Cool. So you guys are gonna spend the night in the hut and then head towards White Castle.
Yeah, you still need to roll your hit die for sleeping.
What is it? 1d8?
You probably a D8. You might even be a D10. I don't know.
Well, it's for sleep. It's how many hours you sleep. So you guys have 8 hours in this hut. So I'd say a D8 plus your Constitution modifier.
Yeah. I'm back to full health.
So 10.
10
And
for
plus, well, that's for me, and then for Caesar. So 10 for me and 5 for Caesar.
Okay.
So you guys just leave them down the road, ride as best you can bareback. So you guys ride bareback to White Castle. Meanwhile, in Arrowbane,
I'm still a little bit of a loss of like what to do. So
he does think that one of his informants that has an involvement with the Kitsune killers is in prison right now. So if they could at least break that one guy out, they might be able to get the location of one of their meetings.
okay.
One of the guys that was posing as a human and apparently got found out.
So is he in jail or no? He is definitely in jail.
Yeah, he saw him in jail when he snuck down there. So, I mean, at least when the last time he snuck down there was one of those guys, one informant in jail. Probably scheduled to be hung soon. So they have a very limited time to try and free him.
Yeah.
And John says he'll go down there and try to free him if you want.
I mean, I don't know. Like, how would that work out?
Across the state.
Like, what does that entail? Like, him going in front of me? Do you, like, roll or something?
What's that?
I mean, what happens if whenever he goes instead of me? Like, how do you figure out what happens?
I roll a percentage chance to see what happens, and then whatever I roll happens.
Oh. That's kind of nerve-wracking.
Yeah. That's like a 50% chance of good or bad, instead of, like, controlling what happens.
Yeah. Okay. How long? So I've got invisibility potion. Like, how long does that last? That's like a short time thing, right?
Yeah, it lasts a minute, so 10 rounds.
So,
I'm gonna put us on mute for a second.
Cool.
so I could put on the ring and
You have to roll diplomacy with Jean to ask him for the ring.
Oh, well, but then, take invisibility potion and still have to open the gate, though.
I mean, John, as an accomplished thief, he could pick the lock. If you give him the invisibility potion, he could sneak it into the guy and try to sneak him out. You just have to give up one of your invisibility potions. He doesn't have a lot of access to magical items or goods, which is why he took Jacques' ring. Arabane's not very big. Like, they're not very big on the ways of magic. They're like a big hunting town. They believe in the way of weapons. And
Yeah. So what's alchemist fire again?
it's like a Molotov cocktail.
Okay.
Firebomb.
Okay. So I'm kind of thinking that I could give him. Yeah, I guess I'd give him an invisibility potion. And I would be in like a different form or something. Like hang around outside the jail.
Form a
Like-
bucket of water? Or you mean just like a different humanoid form?
Yeah, different humanoid
You
form.
could also be an animal. You do all kinds of stuff. I don't know how long that lasts.
But then I don't have my stuff with me, though.
That's true. So you just become a different
Oh,
human.
wait. Didn't that hardy wild hide armor, is that the one?
It is armor made of animal hide that transforms with you whenever you're in wild shape. So you get to keep your armor bonus. Usually whenever you go into wild shape, you lose your armor bonus because you're not wearing armor anymore. With this, you actually get to keep your armor on. This becomes part of your skin. But you still have to drop all your other stuff, your pack, and whatever else you'd be carrying, your weapons, things like that.
What if I turn into, like, a horse or something,
Uh-huh.
and Kit is my person, and all of my stuff is, like, on
A
pack
pack on the horse? Roll me a percentage chance if they have something to dress you up as a horse to look like a pack horse. Probably do. So it doesn't be very high. If you roll above a 30, we'll say that they have the stuff to dress you up.
Percentage?
Yep.
Fire, they shoot cannons, they're shooting fireballs.
15.
Yeah, so they don't have enough barding to make you look like a pack horse. They might be able to throw, like, your backpack looks like a human's backpack. So for them, they don't have anything to dress you up. 'Cause they don't own a lot of horses. That's kind of like rich people stuff. And they're kind of impoverished. So they don't have any way to dress up the horse and make it look nice.
Dang. Okay. I mean, maybe if we need to fight things, Kit can just give me one of his weapons, I guess. I don't know what he's got.
I mean, Kit can carry your weapons, too. I mean, he's got hands and a bag and ability to hold things.
Yeah.
As long as it's
okay.
not too much
Well, then-
weight.
I mean, no. It's like a... I guess I'll take my rapier, then.
So give Kit your rapier, and you let him, like, walk you around town like you're a horse, and he'll have your weapon just in case you need it.
Yeah, and we're gonna go...
You're going to
be
follow
outside the jail.
Jean to the jail.
Yeah, in case something goes wrong. And he's got invisibility potion. So I'm gonna give him 2. Because, he might be able to break somebody else out, but that's not his objective. His objective is just to get the one guy and then get out of there.
All right. So you tell him that you'll be waiting outside disguised as a horse in case the guy escapes. That's where, to tell him to run to you immediately, basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
But...
To find you, and you'll help him flee, because you're a horse, so that help with, like, fleeing in a hurry.
Yeah.
There's going to be a lot of guard in the area. You're going to be, I guess, right by the courthouse. So even if there's not a lot of guards in the jail, there's going to be a lot of guards in the area. So you being a horse and helping him flee, like, immediately would be the most helpful thing you could probably do. So take him immediately back to the Velox before the guards can catch you.
Okay.
They don't have a whole lot of barding dress you up, but they kind of do have a small wagon. They attach a small wagon to you with they have some, like, fake boxes of goods, like empty crates, basically, on the back to make you look like you're, like, going into town to sell stuff at market. And Kit's disguised as a human, and you're disguised as a horse. Jean's invisible, and he rides the cart into town. The cart's definitely heavier when he's in the back. You're like, ugh, dragging your brother around in a cart like back when you were kids, you know what I mean? Very familiar feeling. He's fat. But you do reach the courthouse, and you're kind of milling about that part of town, and just pretending to be, like, walking around in circles, pretending to be carrying goods from one place to another. And Jean hops off the cart. You feel the cart get lighter. Definitely lighter, so he's gone. Moments later, you hear, roll a percentage chance, a gunshot.
What?
You said, I thought you were going to say something. No, you hear a gunshot. And coming from the courthouse, it sounded like a shotgun blast. Roll me a perception check.
Why does somebody have a gun in town? Ooh, natural 20.
Alright, you feel the cart getting heavy again.
Alright. Come on, kid, let's get out of here.
Alright, you start walking back to the Velox. Get out. Trot.
And Dude Man's got 2 bottles of invisibility potions, so whenever, I guess, one
You got
starts
2
going
minutes
up,
at least, which isn't a long time, but it's enough to get you out of the center of the city, which is where a lot of the guards are, a lot of people. So he starts to reappear sort of in the middle part of town where people live and stuff. Not the outskirts where the Velox is, but kind of the part where people live, the housing district.
Whatever, we're just going to keep
I'm going
going.
to check see if anyone notices. Some people do notice and point, because there's a guy appearing out of thin air as you guys are riding through town. So some people do take notice of it. So they might report to police about what happened. You never know. But you do finally make it to the outskirts of town, to near where the Velox is. On the back of your cart is a thin, pale kitsune, disguised as a human, but you could tell he's like a kitsune human. He's one of those kitsune humans that doesn't take a lot of forms. You could tell his human form is very close to his kitsune form. He still looks very fox-like.
He's still really foxy.
Yeah, he's still really foxy. Got a foxy face. Red hair. He's a ginger. Pretty obviously a kitsune. But he was apparently infiltrating the humans hating kitsune club. He was their inside guy. And he says, "What happened?" I says, "Someone said run to the horse, and I saw you outside, and I'm just glad that you helped me escape."
Nay.
And Kit leads him indoors, and he reunites and shares his information.
Well, we're going to look around first to make sure that nobody's watching us, so can I check my tattoo and, make sure that no one's looking at us before we go into our secret lair?
No one, besides, if you have Kit close his eyes, which you'll have to do also, anyway, which you always do. Say, Kit, close your eyes. And he closes his eyes, and then you look at your thing. Yeah, you're fine. In the outskirts of town, just going to be anybody except the Velox, so unless someone from the Velox is watching you, you're fine.
Okay, cool. Let's go in.
As you go in, this guy is recounting his tale of how he was arrested. He had infiltrated the HHK, was going to the meetings regularly. So yeah, he'd been in the HHK for almost a year now. About 12 months. 11, 12 months. So he'd infiltrated them for a long time. He does know the location of their next meeting.
Excellent. Can we bomb it?
Are you asking him? He's fine with that.
Yeah.
He says, please. He says, I'm not there, so what do I care? Those guys are all racist.
People that are infiltrated, give me a reason why we shouldn't blow up this meeting.
I mean, it's very possible there are other infiltrators there. Jean was very insistent on trying to infiltrate the HHK, so a lot of the HHK has been infiltrated by us because it's the only way we can keep track of what they were doing and where they were and what their plans were.
I mean, do they have a way that they talk to the infiltrators that we could pass a secret message and tell them to not go?
It happens very rarely because if they're seen in this side of town or if they're seen hanging out with turncoats or known conspirators with the Velox, then they are more scrutinized in the meetings. So pretty much to get away with being invited to HHK meetings, you have to look really racist all the time. So fraternizing with people that might fraternize with Kitsune would be enough to make them not want you in their club. You know what I mean? You hang out, people that hang out with Kitsune. That's enough. They're that racist.
Hmm. How many are there? How many people are in the meeting?
It varies, but it can be 50 to 100. I mean, not every member comes to every meeting, so and a lot of it's this the leaders, the men in the households come to the meetings. That doesn't mean that their kids and wives aren't racist. It just means that they come to the meetings, basically.
Yeah. Ugh. Damn it.
So you won't be getting rid of all racism, but you'll get rid of the racist dads at least. You want to kill a bunch of dads?
I mean, really, killing all of those people would be fine with me. But
that's my girl.
The part that I'm worried about is killing the infiltrators. I don't want to.
There's always a % chance that some of them will be there, and it's hard to know because they're, it's a very well kept secret. They're in disguise. They only report back very occasionally. They have to appear as human as possible. They have to be very dedicated to not giving up the fact that they're Kitsune.
So, I mean,
Yeah, so Jean doesn't know anything about, like, where these guys stay. We can't, like, carrier pigeon a message to them or anything. Like, nothing.
I mean,
no
Jean didn't return with the cart. Only this guy did.
What?
Jean's not with you.
Why did we leave?
Because the cart got heavy again. So someone was on the cart, but it was just this one guy. It wasn't Jean. It was just the guy that he helped escape.
What the fuck?
Jean's not with you.
This is the reason I didn't want to do this. Okay, well... So what time of day is it?
At this point in time, it's early morning, like 2, 3 a.m. You guys have been up all night after this attempted jailbreak and gathering this information and stuff. You've had a late night and realizing that Jean's not with you. Everyone panicking because he's the leader of the Velox, and so everyone's in a panic because they don't have a leader right now.
You have a
And
leader.
Jacques not here to pretend to be the guy in charge.
Yeah.
So it's
and
up
so
to you to
what
pretend to be in charge, I think.
Yeah, okay, I will. But so what time is the racist meeting?
The racist meeting's on Friday. They like to do Friday fish fries, so they have a big fish fry this Friday coming up. Big
So
event.
what day is it now? Like, how far away is that?
It's like 2 days from now.
Oh, okay, so we have time to, like, go and get, go try to find out where Jean is.
Yeah?
Okay, let's see, how can we do that?
Roll knowledge local or perception, or I mean, you can do all kinds of things to find out. It just depends what you want to do that.
I mean, that doesn't seem like it'd be useful, though, right? I mean, he didn't come back from being in jail, so, and there was a gunshot, so my guess is that someone shot him
Good guess.
while he was in jail. So, obviously he's in jail, so knowledge local is bullshit.
So there, you already figured it out without rolling anything. It's using your common sense.
Of course, I'm not an idiot.
Well, then
I just
there you
don't know
go.
what to do.
Well, there's not a roll that'll tell you what to do.
I know
So-
that. I wasn't asking for a role that will tell me what to do. So how many Velox are there?
There's a lot, but there's only about 50 to 100 that are active members of the Velox that will actually do things for you, like they're thieves or, that carry weapons. I mean, a lot of them are like women and children. This is a community of Kitsune that live in the city. So not everyone in the Velox is a thief. Not everyone in the Velox will commit crimes. Like, some of them, even the ones that commit crimes, will just do graffiti. They're not, like, going to go do a jailbreak. So it kind of varies. There are probably 50 to 100 active members that will participate in something that would try to squash either the racist or do a jailbreak at any given time. But you're not very likely to get all of them at once. You're going to get like 5 or 6 of them out of the 50. They're like, I got tonight off work, I'll go do whatever kind of thing.
I need some way to stay invisible. Ugh, I need that ring. Let's see.
Have you prayed to Gozer recently?
Not in a few days, I guess. Not since we've been back in town.
Ugh. Bad follower. You should pray. Never hurts to pray.
Okay. We're on the outskirts of town, so I guess I can find somewhere safe. Tree to lean against or whatever.
Alright. You pray to Gozra, you find a tree. There's not a whole lot of urban jungle in this city.
Yeah. I think
Really,
that was
without
my-
leaving the city, there's not a whole lot. But luckily, in the outskirts of town, a lot of the outskirts of town is overgrown. So there are some like rooftops that have like rooftop gardens and things like that, where the Velox has started small gardens, because a lot of them did come from the same society you came from. They come from a very naturalist society. A lot of them do grow their own food because they don't have a lot of money. They steal to have what they have anyway. So a lot of the rooftops here do have gardens. So you find a nice rooftop garden that's very well maintained. You go meditate there for a while with Genevieve. After some time, Gozra reveals him or herself to you. It's a non-gendered neutral god. It's whatever. So yeah, it reveals itself to you. It whispers in the wind. You don't need to be invisible when you're unnoticeable.
I mean, be unnoticeable by turning into a guard, like pretending, like disguising
Says,
myself.
people pay attention to guards.
It says, the beauty of what you can do as a druid is that you could become you could become a spider or a fly, or you can transform yourself into animals. If you wanted to get into a prison, you don't need to be invisible. You can just be tiny.
Yeah, the thing is, I'm not worried about, like, how to get into the prison. It's more about, like, how to get out of it. Because, like, getting in, yeah, that's easy. But then, like, how does a fly pick up the keys from a guard? And if I'm a fly, like, how do I take my weapons with me?
It's a different battle.
Like,
Gozer has the information Gozer has. You don't even know if Jean is in the prison.
Okay, well, thank you, Gozer. I'm trying to avenge our druids here, so...
Gozer knows.
I know, I just... Seems like the racists had a lot easier time.
Sometimes in life, racists have it way easier than they should. That's the political climate we live in. What's that?
Alright, well, thanks. I said thanks and peace and stuff.
Okay.
Guess I'm going to turn into a fly and go hover around inside the jail and see if Jock is even there.
Alright.
I need to locate him first before figuring out
You
what to do.
wild-shaped fly, you still got to keep your armor bonus, but you leave the rest of your belongings and weapons behind, and zip your way into the prison. And with your mini fly eyes, you can see all around you right now as a fly, so you have great 360 type vision almost. You make your way into the prison. You do see a couple of cells. Most of them are empty. There are a few kitsune imprisoned. Jean is not there.
Are there other flies around?
Roll me a percentage chance. No, not that you see. There are some spider webs that you would probably take care to avoid them.
Yeah. I wanted to talk to somebody. I wanted to fly talk to someone. Can I go to the courthouse then and check around there?
Yeah, you fly upstairs. Look around. Roll me a perception check.
18 plus 6. 14.
Alright, there's a lot of guards up here as well. You are near what seems to be like, maybe like the guard captain's like workstation. And pinned on the board behind his desk is a picture of Shadow Fox from Rolling Snake magazine.
Oh my god, they think he's Shadow Fox.
So there's a reward offered for the capture of Shadow Fox, and it was pinned up behind this guy's desk. There's a description of him, which matches the description of both Jacques and Jean, because they're twins. Yeah. There's a description that says he can go invisible, which currently matches Jean, because he has the ring. Who was shot, possibly while he was invisible, because you also know that Jacques was shot while he was invisible, so obviously whoever is doing the shooting has really good perception and is, will shoot in a direction that he thinks someone is, whether or not he sees something or not. Yeah, from seeing this, you could probably assume this guy thinks he's got Shadow Fox and is trying to turn him in for this reward. The reward is offered to the Mafia. It doesn't say the Mafia. It says Perleone. It says Perleone Castle offers a reward for the capture of this wanted criminal.
Where's Perleone Castle?
Perleone Castle is the same island as Darling Metropolis. It's the cat town.
Yeah, but someone would really take him. Like, someone's getting onto a boat with Jean right now.
They might be good, but they're turning him into someone that will. It's a bounty collection, so someone's trying to collect the bounty on Shadow Fox. Basically, is what you could probably ascertain from the situation.
All right. Well, can I go to the docks or something? Because somebody's going to have to be putting him onto a boat, I'm guessing.
I mean, it's also been several hours since he was captured because you went back to the Velox, heard all this stuff, talked to Gozra.
Yeah.
But yeah, you could go check around the dock, see if you see anything. You're still a fly?
Yeah, I mean, if they caught him...
Zzz, you fly around the docks. You do see what looks like the leader of the guard. You saw him before, right? Timmy Finnegan, the guy that was in charge.
I've been around this town a long time now.
Yeah. So you recognize the head of the guard, same guy that probably shot Jacques. Is loading a cage onto a ship, and in the cage is Jean. Visible.
Yeah.
Very visible, and you see Timmy Finnegan holding a ring.
Uh-oh.
And he slides it into his breast pocket.
Oh. Can I, Alright. I want to fly, as a fly, into his pocket.
Alright.
Get inside the ring, and turn back into my human form while I'm in his pocket so that I rip out of his pocket wearing the ring.
Alright.
But then I'm visible.
You do that. You're naked and invisible all at one time. His shirt rips, he's confused, he's looking around. But you're invisible with the ring. Roll me a stealth check to get away.
I kind of want to do like one of those cool, like tumble roll forward.
Alright,
away.
roll me an acrobatics first, and then a stealth.
Okay. This better work. 21 for acrobatics. What was it? Stealth.
It's good
was the
acrobatics. Yep.
other? Oh no.
Stealth is the other one after acrobatics.
Dex. Oh fuck. Oh, hang on. Oh, 10.
He pulls out a shotgun and points it right at where you're standing.
Okay, so obviously I'm gonna barrel roll to the other direction.
Alright, roll me another acrobatics.
Wait, can I? So the ring works as long as it's on, like somehow on me?
On your finger. You'd be wearing it. Oh, you also take 1d4 damage when you put it on, by the way. So
Okay.
roll that. But yeah, as long as you're wearing it. It doesn't, like, if you're carrying it, it doesn't make you invisible. If you put it on your finger, you become invisible, just like the Hobbit.
Okay. Because now that I see he knows where I am, I mean, what I want to do, obviously, is, like, get away really fast. So, can I wild shape into a bird? And, like, have the ring on my foot or something, my talon?
So yeah, you're going to try and turn into an animal that won't lose the ring whenever you change shape.
Yeah.
So you're going to try and turn into a bird and, like, grab it in your talon. Roll me a percentage chance if that works.
I'm trying to think of a different animal here.
I like it. I like the idea.
Did I swallow the ring?
That would you would become invisible. You have to be wearing it, like
Okay.
physically wearing it. So around your paw, around, like on a claw, like that would be
Well, if I'm
okay.
in human form, can I not just put the ring on my toe and then turn into a bird and it would be on my talon? Because
Yeah, but the ring stays the same. It doesn't change size with you. So it'd be the size of like a human's ring, which is
So I just
a
have to,
bird's
like, put
foot
it
is
on my
smaller.
toe.
So you'd have to like
Perfect.
grab it. Yeah. So it's possible. Bird's not a bad idea. Just roll a percentage chance to see if you're able to do it. Because it's risky, you might not.
I don't like dice rolling.
I know, but it's the game. Dice rolling is the game. Not dice rolling is me telling stories.
79.
Alright, so yeah, totally works. Good roll. I don't know what you're worried about. So yeah, you turn into a bird and still have the thing. I get to roll in the perception check. He still seems to follow you with his gun, but you feel like he's more likely to miss if you're a bird than if you were a person. So he's still like, you can tell, you can like, hear the flapping of your wings or something, like, even though you're invisible, you're still perceptible.
I'm gonna go out over the water.
But you're gonna fly away.
Yeah.
Alright, I'll roll in the perception check.
What's he doing?
He's still maintaining good perception. I need, what's your AC? You remember you get to keep your armor, even though you're in wild shape. 23. Right. Oh, lucky for you, he shoots, but I rolled a 1. So he shoots at the invisible sound he hears, and he actually gets knocked prone. He falls back onto the dock. You can tell he's moving around frantically trying to find this invisible thing. His shirt's ripped, he's all, like, kerfuffled because all this shit has happened. So his shirt just bursted open, he pulled out his gun, he's tried to shoot at whatever was moving, but he totally missed and fell down. So he's now on his back on the dock. You were able to get at least 50 feet away.
Okay. Can I call lightning down on him while he's prone on the ground?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I feel like he's someone I'm
I get a
okay.
reflex save, but he's prone, so it's not going to be great. Oh, I rolled a natural 20. So he's gonna take half damage. You'll still hit him, but he's gonna like roll out of the way and only take half damage.
Oh shit.
I think it's 3d6. We did it earlier. I could look again if you need me to. Just let me know.
Yeah, it is. 5, 3, 4. So what's that? 12?
12. I get half of that, so 6. Alright, let's see. He doesn't get zapped by lightning one time. He's totally shocked and prone, and you're a safe distance away now if you wanted to try and fly back to the Velox. That's probably enough to like incapacitate him for a minute to get away.
Is there anyone else? Is there anything else on that boat? How big is the boat?
It's not that big. It seems to be a pretty small private vessel. It seems to be someone's private sailing vessel, not like a commercial ship.
Okay. So if I summon 3 dolphin, can they like hitchhike? Can they like hijack the boat?
I don't know how they. It's too big for 3 dolphins to like steal it.
Okay.
It's not like a dinghy or anything. It's a boat still, like a sailboat. Just not a big like cargo ship.
Yeah.
It's still the size of a sailboat. It seems like some privately financed like troop or cargo or passenger transport small ship, not a large cargo ship, like a very small commercial type ship.
But could I? Well,
Like someone owns this as a small business probably.
Okay. Well, in that case,
This is Boba
can
Fett.
I summon a dolphin to break the propeller or incapacitate the boat somehow.
I mean, it's not a boat that's powered by propellers, it's powered by the wind. I mean, they could like knock up against the hull, but they're not strong enough to like break the hull of the boat. They could follow it and like report back to you about where it went, but they don't. I don't know if they could like break the boat. Yes,
What's a sturge?
a sturge is like a giant mosquito spider, like Will has. Cersei has one as that's familiar.
It's on land. Yeah.
I mean, it can fly. It's about the size of a bat, but it's also looks like a mosquito. Looks like a mosquito bat creature. It's a mammalian mosquito.
But is it huge?
Not huge, it's like the size of a cat.
So I could summon one of those, and it could like put a bunch of holes in the sails.
No, it doesn't eat cloth or like have a way to stab sails. It's like a proboscis that sucks blood, but it would have no way of like tearing cloth. I mean, you could like land on the mast and know that you're far enough away now, like I can't see you. You could follow the boat wherever it goes.
I don't want to do that. I don't want to
And
leave
free Jean on the boat, or maybe like free him once it arrives where it's going, or
No, I want to free him before it leaves. I don't want the 2 of us to get separated. Me, naked, with no weapons. Like, I can't leave the island.
yeah, I guess you're right. You are naked with no weapons. I forgot.
Yes, I cannot leave the island. That boat cannot leave.
You probably have only an hour until it does. So they're loading up the cargo now. They've got their most important piece of cargo, the Shadow Fox. It's a big payoff for the guy that's delivering it and the sheriff guy. So
Am I able to turn other people into animals?
I don't think so. Do you have a spell that does that? You tell me. I know that's not what Wild Shape does. You might have a spell that does that. I don't know. I don't know all the druid spells. There are a lot of spells from all the different classes, so I rely on you guys to know your own spells.
What's the cage made out of?
It appears to be made of some sort of metal. Big metal cage. One they would probably... It looks like one of the ones that they would have at the stables to keep like an ape or something in as well. It looks like an animal.
John awake?
No, he's bleeding profusely and passed out, just like Jacques was after his shotgun wound. He seems to be wounded in a very similar fashion. He looks like a 50 years older Jacques, also shot at about the same place.
So would my spell, would Cure Light Wounds help him, fix him?
It would help him, but it wouldn't fix him. He'd still be bleeding and stuff, and there's still a shotgun wound. You have to bandage him to fix that, but it would like heal some of the damage that's been done to him. Yes.
Would stabilized dying do anything?
Well, he's not dying yet, so no. Like a stabilized check would stop him from bleeding, or a heal kit would stop him from bleeding if you want to bandage him up, or a blood block.
I know, but I can't do any of that because I'd have to be standing next to him on the boat, and that's not going to happen.
You might get shot at again if you come back. Right now you're kind of hovering just a safe distance away
I know.
over the
I know.
ocean, so... As an invisible bird.
Okay, so they're like at the docks at the edge of the water, right?
Mm-hmm.
So can I use entangle and get all of the like seaweed and stuff and all of the like rushes that grow by the water?
I like that. So you're gonna try and like entangle the boat so it can't leave.
Well, entangle it kind of, I don't know, yeah, like underneath you though. So
No, I get what you're saying. I like it. I like that as an idea. It's not usually how entangle is used. It's usually used against people, but I like that idea because seaweed is still a plant. You can still entangle things with that. I like it. I really like that idea. I'm going to allow it. So we'll say that you can at least stall the delay for 24 hours, so it'll have an extra day in the dock.
24 hours.
24 hours, you've bought yourself time, or it won't be able to move at least. So they get some poor guy that doesn't want to do this job to get down there and free the boat for whatever's keeping it locked up.
Okay.
So you bought yourself a whole day to figure out a plan?
Okay. So I want to go back to the Velox lair.
You go back to the Velox lair? Naked.
As a bird.
Alright.
Whatever. I don't got anything to hide.
No. Plus you're invisible, so no one can see your titties anyway. Even if you went back into a human form, you can get dressed naked or invisibly and then...
So I'm going to go into Jacques' room. I'm going to put the ring into like one of the hidden pockets in the inside of his cloak.
So you know about his super secret hidden cloak pocket, which his brother eventually found.
Of course I
So
do.
you refine the hidden pocket, you put it back in his pocket. You're like, yo, you better be glad I like you, Jacques.
No, I just want to be able to find it without having anybody else steal it.
I like that. So you're probably gonna use it again. That's even better. All right.
Yeah.
All right. So it's there for safekeeping.
Yes, it's
All
just
right.
safekeeping. He's not gotten it back yet because he's not here. So
Yeah.
So I've got what I was thinking is I've got chill metal. Because I think I could freeze the bars that the cage thing that he's in. And if I do that, then you can like kick them and break them.
I mean, he seems to be unconscious just like Jacques is, so I doubt he's gonna do much kicking. He was also
so
shot.
He's like totally out.
He was shot by a shotgun also, so he's not really in the kicking mood. He's also very weakened. Like, they're basically just carrying his body back because that way they can identify him and get the reward. He's probably going to pay this guy. The sheriff's going to get most of the reward. He's probably going to pay the guys piloting the ship some portion of it for delivering it. Like, he's just keeping a portion of the reward, basically. So at this point, John is bleeding out. He's on his deathbed, currently. He's not receiving any medical attention. He's just bleeding from a shotgun wound in a cage. And as long as they have his face, that's just all they need to prove it's him. And they lost the invisibility ring, but it matches the description of what he looked like in his trial and all that stuff like that. So
yeah, okay.
He looks a little bit older and grayer, but
okay. So what? So how many like guard people were around the boat?
You only saw 6 on top of the deck, but that doesn't mean there weren't more below deck, and there's more people working on the docks. There's a lot of people around, a lot of other ships. There are at least 7 other ships there.
Okay.
So it's a pretty busy port.
The head guard's name is what? Timmery?
Tim Finnegan. Timmy Finnegan.
Timmy Finnegan. Okay. So what was he doing?
He was just delivering the cage to this ship. And arranging a deal with this guy, basically.
So if I go back, you think he's going to be gone?
It's possible. I doubt it. He's the head of the guard here in town. I doubt he can just hang out at the dock all day.
Yeah.
He's got other things to do.
Okay, because I want to take a heal kit and the invisibility ring back to Jacques. To Jean, I keep calling him Jacques.
So you take the ring back out of Jacques' pocket, put it back on, get a heal kit, go back to Jean?
Yeah, I guess I'll just stay as myself with all my weapons and stuff.
So
and
you're actually
my armor.
carrying all your pack and stuff this time that you have invisibility ring?
Yeah, because I've got the ring.
That's fine.
So.
Yeah, all your stuff's invisible with you.
Also, I have scent cloak potion. I don't quite know how this guy knows where I am. So
it might be scent. You don't know. So I guess it couldn't hurt. But mostly,
Yeah,
he seems to be human. Maybe he's not. I don't know. Most humans don't have the ability to track people by scent. But he probably has. He appears just to be a very good hunter with very good perception. So he does have good scent, good hearing, good eyes. He just seems to be very perceptive. So you probably are fine if you're standing completely still. He's probably gonna notice you're there. But if he sees you, or if you're moving around, or creating any kind of noise, or smell, or taste, he could perceive, he might notice it.
Okay.
He's a hunter, so he listens for, like, minute details.
Alright, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna go back in my invisibility-ness with my stuff. I'm gonna try to heal Jean through the cage bars.
Alright, so you try to bandage him. I'll roll a perception check, see if anyone notices. The crew doesn't seem to pay any attention to the fact that bandages are magically appearing on him, but...
Well, I mean, yeah, they think he's just, like, laying there dead.
Yeah, they're not paying him attention at all, yeah. So roll me a heal check to see how well you bandage him up.
Oh, God. I got a 1.
So yeah, through the cage bars, you're having trouble bandaging up his wounds. You can't get your arms around him, you can't get him to move, he seems unresponsive. So you have trouble bandaging his wounds, it doesn't seem to do any good. You're there with all your supplies, but you can't seem to, like... He's not cooperating, and you can't get a good reach at him.
Okay, well, can I cure light wounds him then? At least so he doesn't die?
Yeah, you can cure light wounds to regain some of his HP, and it at least stalls his death. He's still bleeding, but you'll make it longer until he bleeds out.
Yeah, I know.
You'll buy him some more time. So you cure light wounds, and then what?
Can I try the heal kit again? Can I, like, move to another side of the cage or something?
Yeah, I'll allow it. Roll another heal check. This is the last one, though. After this, you've tried all the sides of the cage you can try. So I'll let you try one more heal check.
Sure. What would a heal check be?
The heal skill, I think it's wisdom, but I can double check if you want.
14. Brian.
14? So yeah, you're able to get a little bit better grip and do some bandaging, but you don't think it's enough. Like, he still seems to be bleeding a whole lot. The shotgun seems to take him a much bigger chunk out of him than even Jack's wound did. And Jack's been passed out for months. And so you see Jack bleeding a whole lot. He's missing a big chunk of flesh. Even though you're trying to bandage it, you can kind of wrap some of it. It seems like it's still bleeding a whole lot. And you don't know if you can make it stop with just bandages. At least in a cage and without any help. You're not a doctor, you know. You have some. You had some field dressing. You're like combat trained. You can field dress a wound, but this is a pretty bad wound, and it's a lot of shot. It's shotgun, so it's like a spread of lots of pellet.
I understand, Brian. I understand the gravity of the situation.
Okay,
Don't worry.
I'm just trying to be descriptive.
You don't need to be too descriptive. I get it. I just need to figure out what to do.
Okay, you figure it out.
I don't know what to do.
I never know what to do either. Maybe if I just use more adverbs or adjectives. Will I? Won't I? Find out next time on Long Distance Dungeons & Dragons Dinner Theater.